Gordon's got the ground game. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Melvin Gordon, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Ready? 70, Indy.
52 to Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hit it.
Stewart now on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Ready to break. 64, win. Lucky. Check out, check two.
To throw is Stewart. To throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw. Stewart. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They begin the drive with Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the...
Let's go. 10-2 saw.
52 to Mike. Check pass.
5.
Now Stewart looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
60 outlaw.
We got 4.
Ready.
Stewart on 1st and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Looking to throw. Stewart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DJ Chark. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
We got this.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, lock it, lock it, lock it.
He's coming, double up. Watch it. Kill.
Topper. Let's go.
Here's Stewart. Off play action. And that'll be incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Now, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm going to come back to you.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Go! 90 Wolf!
Watch the fly!
Big rip!
Stewart now. Off the play fake. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Samson Abukum. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down, Coleman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Coleman now. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap every hole that might be created in a running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater got a man. That's Richie James. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Gordon on 1st down, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's complete to Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Got Gordon open, completes it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. To throw, Bridgewater. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And they've got to figure out how to stop some of the highlights that we're seeing on the screen here.
And what it feels like, he's going to say it doesn't matter what you put out here. I am having a big-time performance. I'm playing at a big-time level. Just keep throwing me the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
To throw is Stewart. To throw on second down. This is Coleman with the ground. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stewart, wide open receiver, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
70, Indy.
On first down, Coleman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready. 18 Gators.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey.
Off the play fake. Stewart. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Now Stewart throwing on 3rd and long. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go, baby.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Max Crosby coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This one from 35 yards away. Bullock's kick is good, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Coleman on the toss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Ready.
Back to throw. Stewart. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to float this, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Reynolds, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the...
It's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
6-6, pull it high.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
He's checking crowd.
Stewart looking to throw on 2nd down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And caught up and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go, fellas.
A good pickup there at 22.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Gordon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough. First. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3. Check 99, check 99. Ready?
Looking to throw. Stewart. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And they'll try to save the timeouts to use on defense if need be as he runs up and spikes it. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Rip right.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Bridgewater sets up the screen to Gordon. And it's a first down and more for Gordon. And all the way up to the 46. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Bridgewater. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to bring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
What can Bridgewater do in the OT? And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Bridgewater. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Icewater was in his